Hey guys, it's Steve for the Asian Info Channel. I'm going to be Rich's contributor on here from here on in. I want to talk today about something, and it's something kind of on my mind because this happens so much in the Philippines, and some guys plan well for it, and some guys don't. And a lot of guys that come into this country, they marry women immediately, and sometimes you're not doing them a favor. In fact, you're doing them an injustice. Because a lot of guys come into this country with this attitude of, if I die, what do I care? And you leave your body here, and you leave a hospital bill for your spouse or whatever. And if you have a girlfriend, she's not responsible for any of your debt. Whereas if she's your wife, she's responsible. So before you get married over here, either make sure you plan for that by getting health insurance, number one, and getting life insurance, number two, or have some money aside, or at least have some money to bury your body and to have a little bit to help her get started off again fresh. But a lot of guys, they have this damn attitude when they come from the United States. What do I care, Steve? I'm dead. What do I care about her after I die? I don't care. And that's the attitude probably of about, 30 to 40% of the guys that come over here. They just don't give a damn about anything to do with their girlfriend. And some of them even have kids or whatever, which makes it even worse. And some of the guys over here, they know about this Social Security rule over here, where it boosts your Social Security if you have a kid, okay? And they figure, well, I'll have a kid then, and then I'll get more Social Security. And I believe the kid keeps on getting that till they're 21 or whatever. Now, here's the thing with that. That's probably going to get removed. I'm pretty sure that Trump wants to do away with that. We just got by the way, we just got the new Social Security Fairness Act, which passed the House and the Senate and is going now to Biden, and Biden said he will sign it. So it looks like that bill is going to pass. And that bill is the new bill for WEP, and I think they call it GPO or something like that. Anyway, where we used to ax your Social Security payment because you worked for a municipality or for the feds or as a teacher or a janitor or whatever. And I'm actually one of the people that got axed by that, and now I'm going to get my full Social Security, which is kind of nice. And that got passed. So a lot of you guys out there that got axed, you get ready because your check is about to start getting bigger for Social Security. My Social Security starts up pretty soon. I haven't got it yet, but it's going to be a pretty decent check, I hope. God willing. I'll get my normal amounts rather than get half of it or whatever it is when you get wept. But I wanted to discuss this today about these guys, though, that are coming over here and they're getting married over here. And a lot of guys, when they come into the Philippines, we don't have the same medical care here that we do back home. And guys are coming over here with heart conditions, blood pressure conditions, diabetes, and they get rid of their Medicare back home. They come over here and they figure they're never going to get sick over here, or they'll try to control their illness or whatever they may have, and all of a sudden they find themselves in the hospital and they're dead. And the poor girl that's with them, if they're married to them, is on the hook for that debt. If they're not married, she's not on the hook. If she's married, she's on the hook. That's why you guys got to plan. You got to plan. And remember what I said, guys. Insurance. A lot of you guys hate insurance. I get it. But it's a necessary evil. Whether you like it or not. I'm not going to give my money to... I've heard this from so many people. It's ridiculous because they don't give a damn about the people that they hurt. When you go around, you say, I don't give a damn about... I'm not going to get insurance because they're just profiting off me. Yes, insurance companies do this for profit. But they also it's a benefit to you, to your wife if you die. It's also a benefit to your wife if you have health insurance because of the fact that she won't be on the hook for your bill. Some of you guys just should not get married. Okay? you should just not get married. I'm not telling you not to get married. I'm telling you that you shouldn't get married if you're going to put a girl in a position where she's going to be on the hook for your stupidity. And that's what it is. Because when you die, she's on the hook for your stuff. Okay? And and if you have kids, you're leaving your kid to a life of poverty. Like I said, things are changing for those kids, because I think Trump is going to save the Social Security fund by taking off some of this stuff with kids. They're gonna say, well, if you have kids in your 60s or 70s, you need to be responsible for that kid, not the U.S. government. It's not the U.S. government's responsibility for those kids. It really isn't. It's your responsibility. Why should the taxpayer pick up the bills, the tab for your kids? I get it that you put it into Social Security, but you didn't put it in for those kids, did you? You follow what I'm saying? That's the problem. I get this feel good stuff that we have to take care of everybody, and a lot of these guys that are politicians figure, oh, this feels good, I got to do this. They don't think about where the money is going to come from. They just keep putting the money in. They put the country into debt more and more and more by voting on these bills for entitlements and stuff like that, making these entitlements bigger, and add to it more. And it keeps putting us into debt and more debt and more debt and more debt. And we can't even pay back the debt that we have out there now. I think Elon Musk is going to fix that, but let's see what happens. But anyway, guys, remember, if you're out there and you're thinking about becoming an expat, or you're an expat, think before you get married. If you're going to get married, you better have health insurance, cash in the bank, or some then some sort of life insurance or something for your girlfriend. And make sure you write everything out. There's books out there, guys. There's books that you can buy. I have a book over here. I'll actually show you what it is. I've showed this book before. It's an end-of-life planner, guys. Okay? And it's called Sorry, It's Your Problem Now. And in this here book, it kind of tells you, your current bills, bank account, credit cards, passwords, life insurance, important documents. But instead of getting a book that says, sorry, it's your problem now, which is actually a good thing to have that book, because it explains to them what you're leaving behind for the woman that you're married to, or your girlfriend, or whatever. Instead, they leave them behind with that thought. Sorry, it's your problem now. You're screwed. That's what these guys do by not planning. That book is actually a great book, because it says, because I'm dead on the bottom. Sorry, it's your problem now because I'm dead. Some of these guys I've seen pass away recently, over the past 5 years, basically left behind a mess for the girlfriends. And we've had some people die recently. I'm not sure if they had insurance or what they left behind for their wife or a girlfriend or whatever. We've had a few people pass away just recently in the expat community, and I think it's roughly 1 or 2 expats die daily in the Philippines, according to what I heard from the embassy, from one of the meetings that I've had with some of the embassy people. 1 or 2 people die every day here in the Philippines. When they come in on Monday, usually there's like about 2 to 3 or 4 people that have passed away over the weekend. And the people call the embassy and leave messages there or what have you. And they have to call these people up and, make phone calls back to their families or what have you, stop their Social Security and all that stuff. It's a mess. A lot of the women here don't understand what they're supposed to do, who they're supposed to call. They're supposed to call Social Security. They're supposed to call maybe the VA for you, maybe an annuity or what have you. They have to call all these places and let them know. And also they have to be privy to a phone that's going to be able to call the U.S. or whatever. You need to teach these women how to take care of this stuff. Most guys think they're going to live long enough to be able to teach these people, this girlfriend or wife or whatever, to teach these people what to do in the event of their death. And usually they die before they get a chance to. Almost every single one of these people had talked to the girlfriend or whatever and said, hey, I'm going to write this down someday and you'll have all the information. But they never did. They never took care of it before they passed away. That's the sad part. Or they never put some money aside for the woman. They never set up an insurance policy. They never told them where their card is for their health insurance, if they even had health insurance. And most of these people did not have any health insurance. Most guys that I've seen pass away had zero health insurance. Zero health insurance. They had zero for life insurance. That seems to be the way people live over here. Without responsibility, without care, and sorry, it's your problem now. That's the way they live. That's not being responsible. As a person that's in their 60s, 70s, or 80s, or even 50s over here, you have to live responsible over here. And getting something like a planner like that, I got that on Lazada. That book's on Lazada. You can find it. It's easy to get. And it's cheap enough. And everyone should get one over here that's an expat. At least then people will know how to take care of things. But you have to teach your girlfriend or your wife how to make phone calls, how to call people, how to contact the embassy, who to contact at the embassy for that matter, what number. All that stuff has to be written down. Even if it takes a week for you to get that book written, or a month, or 2 months, it's worth it for you to do it. You could probably sit down in a day and go through all that stuff and have it all filled out by the end of the day, pretty much, and maybe a couple other days to add in some things that you might have to do some work on and find out the numbers or whatever. It's easy. Anyway, guys, I want to put that out there today. There's a lot of people calling me and asking me, hey, Steve, can you put out something like that? Because, what's been happening lately and stuff, what's going on, and people taking up collections for this person passing away and that person. It's something we always don't like to talk about, because people have that attitude. Sorry, it's your problem now. It's on you. I'm dead. I don't care. A lot of people have told me they don't care what happens with their body after they die. They don't care if they get cremated and their ashes get thrown in the trash. They don't care. And that's not a good attitude to have, because you do leave people behind that do care about you. Most people anyway. Anyway, guys, God bless. Take care. I hope you enjoyed today's show.